Welcome to Ali Goldson's Inspired Flow. I do apologise that the flow in terms of the podcast has been only weekly so far. It's been a busy time, and we did explain in the previous podcast about the inspired sphere of flow. So we're going out of the sphere of kindness into the sphere of more like restrictions, and it's a bit more of a focused time period. So when you have such an intense energy that exists spiritually in the world, that's what's manifesting in the divine flow. It's a little bit more intense when it comes to time organization and being available for the more flowed, connected, inspired podcast. So hopefully you'll forgive that I've been a little bit absent. But on that note, we'll go ahead and explain that next week we are going to be in London. So London is a great opportunity to meet in a more unified way with lots of people and keep up the unity-inspired projects, and invite everyone, as always, to share and be involved and develop and push forward to see some hopeful movement in terms of the concerts and some funding. Always keeping optimistic. That's just the way forward with the inspired flow. And even when things seem a little bit more like they've been held up, it's a good thing to keep creating the plans, the groundwork, keep talking to the people that are relevant, and that's what hopefully London will be doing. And it's very exciting that I have the opportunity to see my family. That's really the real priority in everything. And we've talked about how the 3 weeks that we're in right now, leading up to the full 7 weeks, but these first 3 weeks are connected to kindness, which in Hebrew is chesed, gevura, tiferes, but it's also connected to the idea of being proactive and begin with the end in mind. So right now we're focusing on our larger goals, and that's this week right now. That's the gevura, that's the restriction, to be able to restrict our values to a very specific guideline of what our life is about, what our purposes are, to be even more make a choice and a strong choice with courage, and to go ahead with that choice and to be real with who we can include that choice of values with. Then we go into the next week, which is more the idea of family first, or time management. What is first things first? What is the priority? Stephen Covey put it so beautifully, and the priority next week will be family. Obviously I have my family here in Jerusalem, but there's also the family in London, and there's the ability to hopefully bring a bit more shefa, more divine abundance, as they say in English, back to Jerusalem, back to the Holy Land. It's something that I've been working on and praying for years. There needs to be more movement in terms of parnasa, like employment opportunities that are actually realistic to live a balanced, healthy lifestyle, with the rising price of living in Jerusalem and other such places in Israel and the world. And it's something which is definitely needing a lot of work. And the following I will be going to the Orthodox, the Expo and Chamber of Commerce. So it's OJC, I think, or Oxford's Jerusalem Chambers or something like that, OJC. So that's the expo. That's an opportunity to see what are the forces in the Jewish-inspired world. What are they doing to create more employment opportunities, increased success and networking opportunities for everybody around? And I think that's a very powerful way of unifying, coming together, because the more success we have, the more we can influence in the world a positive feeling towards a group of people, which obviously I'm part of, and that in itself can create unity, because there's more clarity, there's more strength in ability to succeed and to have what we need. So there's no reason for jealousy or anything, any negativity. A person is, thank God, having a good lifestyle, then there's no room for the negative things that unfortunately do go on and are going on and have been going on recently. We reach out to all those people that suffer in the last few weeks and months with all the tragedies worldwide. And we should realize that, when there's a restriction, it seems like a hiding after such a beautiful Pesach time, Passover, time of Geula, time of exile, of going out of exile in a spiritual sense, and you come back into the world and the press, and you turn on your phone and you hear tragedy after tragedy, and how things have been difficult for people even on such a special time. And you realize, there's the going forward even in the difficulty, and that once again is part of being real with life, being real with the current exile we're in, and how there is eventual goals of ultimate unity. As far as it seems, will never happen, but that is the development and the power that's within, that we can reach that no matter what, no matter how hard it seems. And that is a big lesson during this time of gavura, of restraint, of restriction, of hiding of that light, that we can develop this strength to go ahead and to be who we need to be. So I'm just going to end off today's shorter podcast and just wish everybody a lot of courage and strength to be who they need to be, to get clear what their mission statement is, what their purpose is in this world, and to allow that to give fuel to all the dreams and passions that we have on a daily level, in a real way. And then we can go into the new week. Like I said, it's about prioritization and really experience, like as Eckhart Tolle says, about the power of now, living now, and be able to really live the moment, and to be able to have a fulfilling experience in this world with our values in place, and being proactive, being positive and kind. And that, I think, will bring the full picture together, that once we've got these 3 personal private victories down, like Stephen Covey put so cleverly, you have the body of the person, the main part of the body, the central part of the body sorted out. You're kind, you're controlled, you know what your purpose is, and you know when to do it, when to be fulfilled, when to put full action in. So once that's all come together, you got that private victory, then you can start working on the public victory, and we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks once we're back from London. Okay, everybody who wants to be in contact, please be. I'll be there. I don't have much time, only there a few days, but once again, the priority is the family. But hopefully I can find a few minutes or even half an hour for some of the friends and family that that aren't going to be at the event we have. So it'd be good to speak, or even better to see in person. All the blessings of unity and unified living, and everyone should come together for good news. All the best.